Family, how's everybody doing? And listen, I want to get on here a few minutes, and I wanted you all to hear my sister, Dr. Joy DeGruy, breaks down self-hatred and how it is a result of post-traumatic slave syndrome. It is a very interesting piece.
Now, they was worried, people on the trip called, what's wrong with her, she ain't out. So finally, one day I had to come out, because my daughter ran in. She goes, Mom, there's a little boy outside. He said he gonna beat up Nadim, that's her brother, and he gonna pee on the car too. Which, as you know, could happen in the hood. So I had to go outside. So I go outside to find a cruel young black boy standing. Ain't nobody over 10. My son's trying to hold his own, but he's scared. I walk right over to the little ringleader, and I said, has my son done something that I need to know about? Yeah, I want to know if he got some kind of eyeball problem. Now, I speak Ebonics, and that kind of went, what did you say? I want to know if he got some kind of eyeball problem. What he's staring at.
Family, did you get that? This little boy wants to know why her son is staring at him. This is where it starts. It starts in elementary school. It starts in neighborhoods. Okay? And she's getting ready to further break it down.
I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, you want to beat my son up because he was looking at you? Now, I want you to contrast that, because in Africa, when they talk to you, when they would, you know how, this is what black folks do. Everyone. Don't we do that? Mm-hmm. White people ask you, God, you have so many friends. But that's an acknowledgement. We walk down the street in the grocery and try not to acknowledge somebody. What, you too good? You don't do that, because it's so important in African culture. In Africa, it's even a step further. In all the languages, it translates to meaning, I see you. Yes. And isn't that what we're doing when we do this? Mm-hmm. Now, we don't have a language anymore, but we kept that. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm looking at this boy telling me that he gonna beat my son into the ground because he was looking at him.
Did you get that? This little boy wanted to fight her son simply because he was looking at him. And family, this has started fights. And as they get older, it usually leads to murder, because usually one of the other young men has a gun and they kill them over a gaze.
I said, he could have been looking at you because he thought maybe you want to play a little basketball one-on-one. We got the hoop out here. He could have been looking at you because he could have maybe played a little video game. We got a little video game inside. He could have been looking at you because you know the park right down the street on 9th and Fremont. Maybe y'all could almost kick it. Right? So the little kids are looking at me like, whoa. I got a little therapeutic on them. So, finally, I give them my spiel about how we have to keep ourselves safe in the community.
And what's crazy, family, is that oftentimes the peers, they don't make it no better, because they'll be like, man, that dude looked at you, man. He looking at you like he want to fight you. And the guy actually could be looking at him because he looks familiar, somebody knows, but they edge him on, and sometimes it leads to a fight and sometimes murder.
And how we have to protect one another and stand together. And then I remembered Africa. And Africa said, I see you. And African said, what you looking at? What? Well, let me put that in perspective for you, because that happens, doesn't it? Let me put this in perspective as it relates to this. This comes out of the article I wrote. And, of course, you can find this article. It's very important. The Journal on Social Work Research and Practice. And you can go on my site and download it as well. So on African American Adolescent Respect, the scale that I wrote. But I want to read this particular excerpt from it so you can put in perspective in contemporary society what I mean about that, what you're looking at. According to Anderson, respect is an essential part of street rules that are strictly enforced and regulated. Simply maintaining eye contact for too long may be viewed as a lack of respect and affront that can escalate into a conflict.
This is very important, family. Eye contact. Did you get that? Eye contact, which has caused many fights in schools, in the community, at clubs, pretty much anywhere.
Confrontation. In a similar vein, a snide remark that might otherwise be viewed as trivial may lead to an honor contest. Boy, I wish I had more time to talk to you about that. Where no party backs down until someone is injured. This is taken from a book by Regine Persois. You can also find that in the book and on the website. This is a quote. On my way back from school, I saw a young brother on a crowded N train eating sunflower seeds. Between his legs laid a mound of wet, disgusting sunflower shells that he kept enlarging by spitting on the floor. Though visibly frustrated and disgusted by his behavior, no one would dare challenge his position. An older white man motioned to him to stop spitting the seeds on the floor. In response, he spat the seeds with much more animation than before, while effortlessly trying to stare fear into the old man. I made eye contact with him. And he said, "What? What? Believe me, in the world of powerlessness, this is enough for a shootout." He leered at me, then said, "I thought so." And I responded with my generation's favorite confrontation closer, "Whatever." Now we were both sneering, staring, flexing, profiling, and posturing at each other, refusing to yield the power we thought we had, creating two more powerless brothers in a confrontation over bullshit. Two intellectual amputees looking for the upper hand while mentally handcuffed. That's today. That goes on. So
It goes on, and it happens far too often, and we have to do something about it because it's leading oftentimes to murder.
I wanted to understand, what is a relationship with that contemporary behavior? And why did that little boy look at my son and feel so threatened by him looking at him? What must he have thought my son was seeing? Because based on what we know about Erickson's model of
My sister getting ready to really break it down, family. She's getting ready to break it down.
development, what we know about Piaget, what we understand about human development, is that I attain to my self-concept based upon the appraisal of significant others in my life. So I am not who I think I am, and I am not who you think I am. I am who I think that you think that I am. So what did he think my son believed about him? What did he see peering back at him? He saw peering back what he hated in himself.
Hated in himself. The image in the mirror.
He was 10 years old. And I said, what has happened to this little boy that he cannot withstand a gaze? That he so hates the reflection in the mirror that he would destroy my son.
He so hates the reflection in the mirror that he would seek to destroy her son.
To destroy the image. That is post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's why I endeavored to look, and I didn't want to look at violence. I wanted to look at the internalized violence, but that wasn't a social problem. So then I looked at young men that hurt each other. So first on the left-hand side, you have stress variables. The first two variables are what we call baseline variables, violence witnessing and violence victimization. On the right-hand side,
Family, I hope you got something out of this, because my sister broke it down, because I've always been curious as to why black men kill each other over trivial things. And it usually starts with the stare. Oftentimes they see young men who they know of or don't know in their neighborhood, at their school, at a club. It starts with a gaze, and she broke it down. They hate themselves. We have to do something about this self-hatred. We have to develop a sense of self-love and self-worth among our young men and even our older men, teenagers, 20s and 30s, because far too often, many of them have killed each other over trivial things, and it should not be. It should not be. So listen, I just wanted you all to check out this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope that you look at other videos on my channel, because I think there are many videos I think you will benefit from. So in the meantime, stay up, stay informed, and encouraged. God bless you.